Canada's immigration system is becoming more selective, competitive, and complex even as the country continues to need the foreign workers. The recent policy changes have reduced the immigration targets, especially for the temporary residents and the international students. The 2026 and 2028 immigration level plans aims to reduce the temporary residents from 6.5% to just 5%. Now it might look minimal, but it is a 50% reduction into the admissions. At the same time, Canada is increasingly focusing on the people who are already in the country. Immigration problems are now giving more attention to the temporary residents who can transit easily to the permanent residency. Now, express entry is also becoming more targeted, with greater priority for the workers in the areas such as healthcare, research, transportation, and senior management, particularly those with Canadian experiences. But getting a permanent residency in Canada is now becoming harder than ever before. Express entry has been higher comprehensive, the ranking system scores, the large candidate pools, and a fewer invitation. For many temporary workers, having Canadian work experience is no longer enough to secure permanent residence. This creates challenges for employers. Companies may face difficulties retaining the workers, reviewing the permits, and planning their workforce over the long term. But that's not all. The system is also becoming more regional. Provincial nominee programs are playing a larger role, with province selecting the worker based on the labor needs. Now, program caps, pauses, stricter employer checks, all are becoming more and more common. However, Canada is not abandoning the immigration. That's the good news, by the way. The country still relies heavily on the newcomers. Immigration accounts for more than 80% of the labor growth force, with an aging population and the shortages in healthcare, construction, energy defense, and infrastructure that continues to create the demand for the skilled workers. In fact, Canada's own population declined in 2025 for the very first time in the history and after the immigration levels were reduced. The key message is the dual reality. Canada wants immigration, but it wants more control over who enters, when they enter, where they work, and which skills are prioritized. So for the immigrants, the employers, and the future success, well, it all depends on choosing the right province, occupation, and the immigration pathway, well, more closely tracking to the policy changes. Canada's immigration system is not closing, it is becoming more targeted.